Good morning, teacher. My name is Lin Guan. Today I will present my topic, which is key issue and their impact on Malaysian economy. This presentation will focus on the three important economic issues in Malaysia. So for the Malaysia is now a growing economy and its GDP has been increasing over the years. However, economic growth does not mean that all people benefit equally. There are still several challenges that affect the country development. In this presentation, I will discuss three key issues, which are income inequality and poverty and youth unemployment and public debt. So for the first issue is income inequality and poverty. Income inequality means that income is not distributed equally among individual or household. This creates a gap between the rich and the poor. Although Malaysia has developed, some households are still living in poverty. Okay. So as we can see from the chart, rural poverty is higher than the urban poverty. This shows that people living in rural areas face more economic challenge compared to those in cities. So this issue has several impacts on the economy. First, low-income groups have less spending power, which leads to consumer demand in the economy. Second, people in poverty may have limited access to education and healthcare. As a result, it's become harder for them to improve their living standards. This also slows down social mobility and affect long-term economic growth. And to address the issue, several solutions can be implemented. The government can provide financial aid to low-income groups, such as the B14 groups. In addition, improving access to education is important so that people can gain better opportunities, increasing minimum wage, and developing rural area can also help reduce inequality. Okay, the second issue. The second issue is young and graduated unemployment. Many young people face difficulty in finding job after graduation. One of the main reasons is skills mismatch, where the skill learned in school do not match job requirement. As a result, some graduated are unemployed while others are underemployed. These charts show that young unemployment is significantly higher than overall unemployment. This means young people are more affected compared to the general population. And this issue creates several impacts. First, young people may not have stable income which affect their financial independence. Second, their skill and education may be waste if they cannot find suitable job. It also creates financial pressure on families. And different communities are affected differently. For example, P14 young may face greater difficulty in finding job, while rural young may have fewer job opportunity. And to solve the question, internship and training program should be expanded. University should also cooperate with industry to ensure graduates have relevant skills. In addition, skills-based education should be strengthened. So for the third issue is public debts and fiscal management. Public debt refers to the money that the government borrow to finance its spending. While borrowing is something necessary, high level of debt can become a concern. This chart shows that government debt remains high over time. Therefore, it requires careful management to ensure economic stability. So, high public debt has several impacts on the economy. The government need to allocate more money to repay debt. which reduce spending on development projects. It also affects the labor market. For example, fewer job opportunity may be created and business investment may decrease. To address this issue, the government should control its spending and reduce waste. Improving the tax system and targeting subsides more effectively can also help manage public debt. So for the conclusion, Malaysian economy is growing, but several challenges still exist. Income inequality, young employment, and public debt are all have significant impact on economic development. Therefore, it is important to implement effective policy to manage this issue. Sustainable and inclusive growth is essential for Malaysian future. And that's all for now. Thank you.